All right, guys, we're back at it. Grind, grit, repeat. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram. I'm back.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What have you been doing? What's been going on?
Well, yep. Like Austin said, we're back. YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, Spotify, Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts. Hit it, follow us, follow us, subscribe, give us a like, give us a share.
Just been giving Alex problems all weekend for his
Trying
spelling.
to give some legs. Oh yeah, you see that today?
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
I got you.
I posted on our story at grind.grit.repeat.
Oh Jesus!
You're good.
You can tell.
I can edit that out.
We're all yeah. Anyway, so I did a golf tournament today, and I posted to the story kind of a shout out to my wife for helping set it up. And I meant to say I couldn't have done this without her, and I said I could do this without her. So Luke shot me a text saying like, "Damn, just calling your wife out on social media." So she grabbed my phone and fixed it and reposted it.
There you go.
So obviously, again, not the tech guy.
Yep.
But
we knew what you
or the grammar guy.
Yeah, I can't spell I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box, but I can still color.
inside the lines all day.
But the question is, how do they taste?
Depends
you're not a crayon eater.
Depends on the color.
True.
Yeah,
different flavors.
Flavored glass. I love licking flavored glass.
Oh man, yeah, been a long week, that's for sure. I've been just scooting on by, getting through. I'm in the process of a job or a position change at work, going back to my old position. So,
what you are?
Yeah. So yeah, starting the old job again tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
What'd you fuck up?
Nothing. It was just we do
mutual.
We can try out different positions at my job for a period of time, just to get a feel for it and get the knowledge of that other department, that other position, and so it only lasts for a couple of months. So I'm at the end of my months, so I'm moving.
Is your schedule going to change again?
No, same schedule. Thankfully, same schedule.
Right on.
So yeah, I'm still on Monday through Thursday. 7 to 6 p.m. is my schedule. So
sweet. Well, before we go further, so I can put my hat back on and get my bald head out of the friggin' camera,
because
that's my life. I'm trying to grow the beard out though, so I think the full beard with the bald head is
I like it. A
little better style. But my hat is being used for the people that entered for the Gun Owners of California crab feed. We're sponsoring a table.
Sweet. Let's get that picking going. Who we got
with
us?
We're old school. Yeah, I'm sure Luke would have done it digital, but again,
I was thinking of ways to do it digital, but I was like, paper and show them.
Yeah, I can't even my grammar. I can't use phones, so I wrote everybody that entered, which wasn't a ton of people. I think I don't know, what do we have, like maybe 10 total.
I think in total we had like 10 entries, but I think there was like 6 people because there was 6 or 7 people, and then there were a couple of people that got 2 entries because they posted on their story.
Yep.
And so there are a few people that do have their name twice.
Multiple.
Because of that.
Yep. So anyway, I'm going to draw to start us out, and we'll see who wins to come hang out with us at the Gun Owners thing.
Sweet. And then you can throw that hat back on. Drum roll.
And then I can put my damn hat back on.
Insert drum roll here. I'll add one of those.
All right. I got it. I'm going to dump the rest of them out.
Put that hat back on.
Out of here. Put my freaking dome cap back on. All right. Ready?
All right. Who do we got?
Ricky_54.
Let's go. Nice job.
He entered multiple times.
Yeah, he had 2 entries. He threw it on his story. So
he had a bonus entry in there.
Hell yeah.
We'll tag him in this episode and make sure he knows and message him or whatever we got to do. But
Sweet.
But congrats, Ricky. Get to come hang out with us at Gun Owners California.
Hell yeah.
Guns, liquor, crab,
Raffles, tri-tip,
raffles,
salad, bread, good times, good people.
us,
Us, yeah, us.
hanging out with the guys,
Shooting the shit. Love it.
shooting the
Love
shit.
it. Love it.
It'll be fun. We'll do some pictures and videos and whatnot.
I just hope
but-
I want to win a gun so that way we can all just share it together. Just you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just-
how does that
it's
work?
like
if they're like the winners grind, grit, repeat. Like, my week with the gun.
Looks like we have to make a hunting trip out of it or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Hey,
it's like a rifle or
you know
something.
what?
You know?
That'd be
if
dope.
if it's as difficult as it is with my kids having to share them, you guys can have the gun.
They do have. Be ready. They do have a 10-gun table raffle, and what they do is they get. I forget if it's $20 per person, so 20 times 10 people. So we're looking at $200 for the raffle. And every table can join if they want to, but they raffle off 10 of the same exact guns. And so that's pretty fun because then, if everyone at the table does it, it's only $20 and everyone gets a gun. If somebody doesn't join, then somebody has to pick up the slack and, then somebody's pitching in a bit more. But they do have a 10-gun table raffle, which is pretty cool.
So then we each get 3 and we'll give one to Ricky.
Yeah.
Well, we got other people at the table. If they all chip in $20.
Yeah, but they didn't enter to win. They're not grind, grit, repeat. They're just some folks. They're just some folks in a seat.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. There will be a lot of fun stuff. One of the tables on the outside. I don't know if I've told you guys this. One of the tables on the outside that they have is they raffle off something. I don't care what it is. It's always something good. But they give you a shot glass, and it has Gun Owners of California logo on the outside with their eagle and their logo and everything. And on the bottom of the shot glass is a number of raffle tickets you get. But it's $20, and you join, and then you get however many raffle tickets are on the bottom. But the shot glasses are a little different every year, and I've gotten them for the past 5, 6, 7 years or however many times. I always join that one. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Get a shot glass.
I'm excited
to remember. You also get a hat on entry, or so I've gotten multiple hats from them where they have. I think they've given away koozies and what else have they given away? Hats, beanies. They've done beanies. I have a couple of beanies from them. So they do have just for being there. They do have a little gift for you as well.
Sweet.
Little item.
Hell yeah.
So
otherwise, it sounds like I'm spending a lot more money.
For the raffles, yeah. I plan on dropping a little bit of money on the raffles. I'm trying to win a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
And that always makes it funner too if someone wins. You just get all juiced up.
And if you start joining the raffles, then you're invested to stay there until that raffle has been
for
called.
sure.
So you're sitting there from 5:30 till 10:30 at night, sitting there oh, I'm gonna win, and you're drinking alcohol the whole time, just sloshed by the end of the night.
I didn't have too much fun at the one I went to, but it was fun seeing my buddy's dad. He won 5 times because he dropped a good amount of money. But he was winning all over the place, and it was just so much fun. Every time he won, our whole table just got lit up. It was a good time.
We had that. So I did that golf tournament. And
how was that?
It was good. It was a good turnout. They had 120 golfers.
Wow.
We had a booth set up. We did margaritas, Jack and Coke, 7-Up, Modelo, some hard seltzers, which nobody took, so I got a fridge full of hard seltzers. And then we had water and chips. But it was fun. A lot of cool people. It was for a softball, Lincoln girls softball. I had to force them out there playing, and my wife and I worked the booth.
Nice.
Got a few leads. Got about
there you go.
eight people. So a lot of people took cards and stickers and stuff. But I have a sign-up sheet when I do these where people can literally put name, phone number, what they need done, and I'll reach out to them and just say, hey, send me your info, send me your address. I'll swing by. I do free estimates. So I got about 8 leads for work. which is nice.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Plus, a lot of people taking cards. So, a lot of times when
Sweet.
these storms hit and trees come down, you're like, crap, who do I call? Well, now
They don't know who to call.
Card. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ghostbuster.
Exactly. What about T-Walls? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, yeah. So he had a lot of people a lot of these guys were in construction.
Oh.
So a lot of them took his cards, flyers.
Sweet.
Nice.
Couple drywall companies out there. That was kind of funny. They were all, one of them was with their contractor, and he's like, "Yeah, I need a new drywall guy." And he's like, "What?" He's golfing with his main drywall guy, and he's like, "I'm just playing," but like, you never know. They may have a smaller job that somebody else on. So, so we had some people take some of his info down.
That's awesome.
But we were talking about the raffles. So they do a dinner and a raffle afterwards, and so I bought some raffle tickets. We got some free ones for being a sponsor. And some lady so they come in like a book, and you have to peel off all the little like tickets, right?
Oh man.
And my dad was putting in stuff for the raffle, and he goes, I stood there, and this lady must have dumped, gosh, probably like $50 worth of raffle tickets, and they're $20 for a sheet.
Yeah.
A sheet is like 30.
Oh man.
Yeah. And she had probably 3 or 4 sheets, and dumped them all in the freaking In-N-Out one. They had one for like $100 for In-N-Out.
Oh jeez.
And she dumped them all in there, and I don't even think she won.
Oh my god.
But one of the guys in our group, he did win. They had a game where you had to chip like a foam ball into like a cornhole hole. And he won, so he got entered to win, and he ended up winning like a $50 Amazon gift card, right? You pay $150 to golf, but he was like,
"Hey, I got $50,
dude." You'd have thought he won like the lottery. Our whole my dad, my cousin, and my 2 buddies that golfed, and then me and my wife, we all sat together, and the 6 of us were just like, it was like, you'd have thought the guy won the lottery. It was $50 to Amazon, but we were like Austin said, it's fun. You're like, yeah,
it doesn't even matter what they win.
Yeah.
There's 120 people here, and one of our friends won. So I know that guy. But
dude, there was beef at our crab feed. The guys I was with, they were in line to buy tickets, and these other dudes like cut in front of them, and they were beefing the whole entire time. And come to find out, they were sitting like right next to us. And my buddies are like, if they win a single thing, we are rioting because they cut in line. You know what I mean? And they were so mad. So we're just like eyeing them the whole time. Luckily, they didn't win anything, and my buddy's dad won like 12 times. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, we hung out for like 3 hours waiting for this raffle, and I mean, we were already out there on the golf course for like 6. We had to get set. We had to get there at 7:30 to get set up. We got to the dinner part at like 3, and we left there like 5.
Hey, shout out Kelsey on that one, dude. She it looked like she killed it, bro. For sure. And not a lot of wives would do that.
Hey, I helped. I was supposed to be golfing.
He said I helped.
I did help. So
no, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying.
I sent these guys, and if you guys, I'll post something to our story, the whole setup. But like all the banners, all the signs, like she made, ordered, designed,
put
great. Together.
Look great. Hell yeah.
All that stuff. So that's why I said like I couldn't do these events without her, but I said I could. But no, dude, it was cool. Especially as the day goes on and people were tossed by the time they get to our hole. And we had one of the best setups. We were invited to this tournament because of our setup at the last one, and like people were just ranting and raving about it. So I had my climbing gear out there, which a couple guys were like, "Dude, I thought that was a sex swing."
No, that's at home.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I had my parents listen to this, Luke. I had my
hey, so do mine.
I had my harness hanging from a rope So I can see the confusion. And then the dumbest question, because I had a chainsaw out there just to like show, right? Like a decoration. It was sitting on like a little round and whatever. And I got so many people like, oh, what's the chainsaw for? And I went from like cutting shit, like, what the fuck do you think a chainsaw's for? To telling people like, oh, if you juggle it while it's running and catch it on the right end,
you can make some good money.
Yeah, you win. And they're like,
and you
oh,
don't
what do
lose
I
your
win?
hand.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what do I win? It's like, well, you get to keep your hand. But I'm like, what? No, it's just a decoration, guys. Like, it's a real chainsaw. It works. It runs. I use it, but like, it's just so people are like, oh, chainsaw, tree work.
For every tree you cut down out here, it's 2 entries into my raffle.
Yeah.
They start cutting down the trees at the golf course.
And I had one older guy. This guy was, you could tell he was just a old time blue collar guy. So I cleaned the saw up and I didn't tighten the chain or anything. I just, threw it in the car and then we set it up for this thing. And he goes, is that the right tension on that chain? I was like, no, sir, it's loose. Like, I don't have a scrunch on me. I tighten it. I noticed as well. Like, it's been, from the last job.
Hilarious.
The last job I did, I just kind of freaking sprayed some parts cleaner on it and blew it off with the air compressor and brought it to this show. Like, I didn't tighten it. But the whole time I'm sitting there watching it, you can see it drooping just a little too much. And I'm like, man, that's driving me nuts. My wife, Kelsey's like, it's fine. And then one guy out of 120 people that rolled up past us was like, this is a little loose. I'm like,
you're like,
dude.
You should have said, are you trying to hit that ball in the sand? I mean, is that the point?
So,
you got a bogey last time. Were you trying to do that?
There was a very unmanaged tree to the left of the tee box. It hasn't been cleaned up, pruned, trimmed, nothing in years. You can tell. Thing is super full. Couldn't even see through it. And it was like a willow, which you should be able to at least see underneath it.
Yeah.
But no, it was like touching the ground. Like, it was just really, really poorly managed. But anyway, we saw quite a few guys freaking pull right into that thing because it was on the left-hand side. So they were pulling right into that tree. And I was like, man, I got my saw and my gear here. You guys need me to go trim that thing up for you?
Hey, that would have been good advertisement, bro.
I mean, I don't know. It was fun. It was cool just shooting the shit with people. And
oh yeah,
I had our grind grit repeat sign out there, so I had a couple people ask about that.
Did that one guy that was giving you crap for the chain mention it? Because now watch, he's gonna watch the podcast and he'd be like, "Oh, I mentioned the chain being loose."
I'm gonna guess.
Guys don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess this 75-year-old freaking blue collar guy don't listen to podcasts, but you never know.
Off chance.
No, he goes, yeah, honey, pull up grind grit repeat on some, I don't know,
YouTubes.
Yeah, the Utagram book, whatever. But anyway, it was
my father-in-law calls it FaceTube. It's FaceTube.
But it was cool. It was fun. Can't wait to do it again in a couple weeks when we do the crab feed.
Hell yeah.
It's always, I don't know. It's stuff. It'd be like, when Luke was telling us about his stuff he was setting up for all his smart house attached to the computer, doing it through his cell phone stuff. Like, he's passionate about it, right? So imagine,
dude, his dad is the same way. The same way, bro.
imagine talking about something you're passionate about to like a bunch of people that seem to really care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was cool. It was fun. It wasn't like work. We had a good time. We dipped into our stash a little. So, we were drinking. And it all started because I was like, I'm not drinking Jack. Like, I bought it because it was the biggest bottle I could get at Costco.
Yeah.
And then I poured one for a guy and he was like, oh no, I just wanted a shot. And I'm like, a shot of Jack? He's like, yeah, just a shot. And I was like, all right. So I drank his Jack and Coke. And I was like, well, I guess I'm already drinking it. So might as well make another. And then might as well make another. And Kelsey's like, I'm going to have a margarita. And I was like, cool, let's have fun.
Let's do it then. No, yeah. So I'm remodeling Luke's parents' kitchen, obviously, like I said, and we redid the can lights in his kitchen. And I go over there the other day, and my dad's helping me out on it, and he goes, "Hey, look what Luke's dad did." He goes, "Hey, Ed, show him what's up." And he goes, "Turn lights on," and all the lights turn on. And he goes, "Hey, check this out." He goes, he's like, "I'm not gonna say it, but I can say intruder, or Siri, who's there?" And he goes, "All of the lights in the house, all the exterior lights turn on, all the cameras turn on. He's got interior cameras. He's like, nobody's coming in here without being seen." I'm like, damn, you're just like
Yep.
Luke.
Well, it sounds
Now I
like
see
Luke's
where
just
Luke's
like
getting it
him.
from.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Exactly.
What's funny about all that like HomeKit stuff and like telling the smart assistants to do stuff? I told him to get into it, like, because that was like a little above his knowledge and his expertise and stuff. And I got into it, but I only had like a handful of things, like my thermostat, like turn up the AC or turn down the AC to 72 degrees or whatever, right? And then I had like a light switch, a dimmer switch that was connected to it. And I was like telling my dad, I was like, "Dad, you got to get into it. It's so cool." And he's like, "Oh, that is kind of cool." He didn't do any of that stuff. And then it was probably about like 2 years ago, I want to say, maybe 3 years ago. All of a sudden, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I started getting all that stuff." And then he had like 40 devices. I was like, "Damn, dude, you just went and did everything in your house. Garage door opener, thermostat, every switch in the house, everything." I was like, "Okay, hey."
So his island used to be custom cabinets, so they were a bit bigger than normal size. So we had to extend it out. I'm sure he sent you the video. Yeah. And he goes, "Man, if I was Luke, I'd make this like my gun storage." And I'm like, "I think you might be doing that. You just don't want me to know."
Yeah.
Oh man.
I told him, I was like, what they need to do for that spot, Austin, is get like a couple of PVC pipes, run them through there. Yeah, and then put a broom in there.
Put like a Swiffer wet jet.
Yep, exactly.
And all that stuff. So that way they could just open it up and pull it out, and it's hidden. Yeah. I was really excited about that, just because I didn't anticipate that, which actually turned out to be a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
And then the dog bowl area, right? You're doing the dog bowl area. Yeah.
On the island. I mentioned that to them, and they were like, "Wow, you could do that?" They were like, "That'd be awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, it's just a cabinet on the end of the island, and then you build it out." And I'm gonna actually put not me, but I designed it to where I'm gonna put countertops like where you put the dog bowl. So obviously dogs make a mess, and it's not going to ruin, the cabinet. It's going to be all water sealed and
nice.
Yeah. It's cool. It's awesome. The design is really cool. Like, this is my first kitchen. Like I said, I've done multiple, but this is like the first one where I'm like all in the design. I'm in the build. Like, I can actually give my thoughts and what I think. And your mom and your dad are just been so nice the whole time. They're like, "Yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking." Or they'll be like, "No, that's not what we want." I'm like, "Okay, all right, sounds good. So
it sounds like the best freaking clients.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they've been so great. Yeah. I don't want to rant and rave about it because I'm not done yet. But
I heard you patch the holes in the old recording studio we had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
I was about to ask, how many holes did you get into the can lights? Freaking
yeah, we just cut the whole entire ceiling out to put brand new can lights in.
Hey, I know a drywall guy.
I actually called him, and the only reason I didn't use him is he was out of town, or out of state, actually.
Yeah.
And so that's the only reason I didn't use him. But yes,
that worked.
That went. This bottle
that went way smoother.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was gonna say I didn't want to cut you off while you were talking. Speaking about chainsaws, dude. Oh my gosh, I sent you guys the video of me dropping that tree by my house the other day, and I didn't really or I kind of did, but not really got into the backstory of it. Dude, I came around I live right next to my wife's grandma. She's 90,000 years old, and she still thinks that she can do everything, and she works
She's still
literally
18
all
in her
day
head.
long. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And I come around the corner the other day, and she's up on top, and I don't mean in the middle. I don't mean on like the second to highest like step. She's on the top of a 6-foot ladder.
Where it says don't stand.
Yes.
Bro.
And
What
she's trimming this tree. And I'm like, Granny, what? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can trim this tree in half an hour. I was like, it takes you all day to, and it's not safe. I was like, just let me, it's going to take some time, but let me,
Dude.
this and that.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay. I was like, I can get to it this weekend. Like a few days goes by, and she's at a different tree up on the 6-foot ladder. And I'm like, Granny, I'm like, dude, I'm like, please stop. I'm like, you're scaring the hell out of me, And so she goes, all right, I won't do those ones, but I'm going to do the one on the side of your guys' house. I think I can drop that by myself. And I'm like, Granny, I'm like, no, you can't. You cannot do that by yourself. She's like, don't worry, I can do it. And I literally was up all night because we talked around dinner time. And I finally called her. I was like, I will do it tomorrow. I do not touch it. I will do it tomorrow. So that's why I cut it down. And she's like, you dropped it in one pass? I'm like, yeah, it's a little tiny, tree. She literally would have spent 2 weeks on that tree, but she would have got it down. I would not put it past her.
No.
She would have got it down.
And I liked your rope set up, and
Dude,
left the holding
doing it
wood
all.
so you could run over and grab it. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
little easier method next time. Park
Okay.
your truck over there.
You want to know what happened? I
What?
did park my truck over there, and I had it tight, and that rope is just trash. I had it held like not too tight, and it snapped.
Oh,
So
no.
the half that I was pulling on was the half that snapped off from my truck. so I did try to do that, but the rope I had was already just trash. It's not meant to be doing that. It's just like a standard rope, you know what I mean? And it snapped completely. I have the video of it, but yeah, I honestly wanted to send it to you because I knew you would have made fun of me.
No, I mean I've used my truck too, but what I was gonna say was put your hitch on, put your receiver, and just wrap the rope just like around it. Unless you have a carabiner, if you have a carabiner, hook it on to where your trailer rings go.
Oh, there you go.
Run the rope back to you at the tree, so you don't have to run away and grab it. That way you can make your cut, and from where you're at, you can pull. So you're just using your truck as like an anchor, basically.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Alex,
I saw Austin, that video he sent, and I was like, oh, that thing looks like it's kind of leaning back, like
it is.
the other way a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I watched you like put the saw down and like run out and grab the rope and yank it, and I was like, I mean, good thing he left some wood in that, but he kind of got lucky.
Yeah, I know. I told Kylie, I was like, this is gonna get sketchy, so back up.
Yeah.
You need a good pulley.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to get a pulley now that I'm thinking about it. I was like, I don't have a pulley. That'd be so useful to have a pulley.
Dude, I can pull some monster trees by myself with a block and tackle because like the one I have is like it's 7-1.
Dude.
So it takes 1 pound of pull force to equal 7 pounds. So if I'm pulling, I'm pulling with just my body weight, just 230 pounds, and I'm pulling 230 pounds times that by 7.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm able to get out of it.
So there's
it's a game changer.
Yeah, there's a YouTuber, big YouTuber, Smarter Every Day. and he has a video on what you were just talking about. What's it called? What's the official term?
Block and tackle.
Block and tackle. Thank you. He goes over block and tackles and like how much pull you need to give and how much is coming out on the other end is just like how many, if you add more and more, it's just insane the amount that you can get from how little you're pulling. And he goes over like the physics behind it and everything like that, and really cool videos. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his videos, but he has a plethora of videos.
I'll look it up though.
Yeah, he's super cool. And he's a great guy out of Alabama, but he's done stuff from like
Roll Tide.
Yeah, he's done stuff from like going and doing tours of the Nikon film factories where they produce film and make film, all the way to making videos on block and tackles and stuff. He does everything. It's super cool.
Well, that's like, I mean, you can lift an engine with a block and tackle, an old chain block.
Yeah.
Just a chain wrapped through, depending on, like Luke was saying, the more pulleys, the more wraps. Like us, if I took 2 of my block and tackles and ran them all through to each other, and we had something high enough, strong enough, like a big ass tree branch, and we hooked it up to like the back end of your truck, I could stand there and lift your truck in the air.
Yeah.
Like that's how much. As long as your like chain is strong enough and your pulleys are strong enough, as long as all your equipment is rated strong enough, and you put all that math together, dude, you can lift so much weight with just science. Like
science.
Magnets.
I'm not. Yeah, for real. Like the first time I learned that, dude, I was like, the ones we did where we used my winch. You came out and helped me, and you did that no climb.
Yeah.
Like the winch, obviously it was nice, it was simple, it was easy, but like we could have done all that if I couldn't have got my trailer back there. Like just you pulling on a freaking block and tackle, and I'm talking trees, like leaning over a fence like this, and we got them to come back into their yard.
Yeah.
So it's impressive.
Yeah,
like
science is weird. I'm gonna have to go watch that video again.
Bill, Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's every time I hear the word science, I think Bill.
That guy's an idiot, though.
I know, but I love it.
His show's catchy.
Yeah. The song's catchy.
Yeah. Hey, you're talking about we back?
There he is.
There we go. Hold on 1 second. It'll be like we never left. Hold on.
I kind of liked it the way that it was, where it was wider. I like that.
All right, we're back. I had a network disconnect there for a second. That was weird.
That was weird.
Okay, we're back.
We're good.
Y2K.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna see each other next weekend. I don't know if you guys know this.
I did.
Book
you told
club.
me like 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Before,
well, our wives are doing book club.
For their dragon corn.
Yeah. Another story to that, real quick. One of the guys today, like we were bantering with this group, and Kelsey was talking crap with the guys. And the guy at some point was like, he's like, "What? You reading those freaking fairy dragon porno novels like my wife does?" And I'm like, and I looked at her, and I'm like, "Do you know this guy?" And she's just busting up laughing, and she's like, "Does your wife read?" And said whatever the book is, and I was like, "This is a thing? Like what the hell,
bro?"
Not a book I imagined our 3 women being like, I love it.
Dude,
I'm shocked.
The books are spicy.
Yeah, dude. Kylie was telling me about it, and then she actually was reading some lines, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was... So Bree's in another book club, a local one here where we're at, because obviously you guys live far away. So she has one that's like local, and I was talking to one of the husbands, Brian, of someone else. His wife is in the book club that's local as well. And I was talking to Brian. I was like, dude, did you hear the books that they're reading in their book club? And Brian's like, no. And I was like, dude, they're spicy, man. Yeah. According to my wife, they're spicy. And I was like, what spicy? What are you guys reading?
It's about the love story. And I'm like, uh-huh. But anyway, so we've tried recording on book club night. Did not go well.
Yes.
So I'm not sure that's going to happen. Our next episode might be a day or so late.
Oh, good call out.
For us to be able to record.
Yeah.
But sure, Austin hasn't had a problem with this. I haven't had a problem with it. Luke, I'm not sure if you've mentioned it to Bree yet, but we are going to film the tortilla Rochambeau.
Oh.
Dude,
thing.
Kylie is so game. Kylie's
down.
so game.
We're gonna do like when you guys come over, we're gonna do a taco night type thing. Except for I told Kelsey I want to do that thing where we lay out like the foil on the counter and
hell yeah.
make nachos, like dump a bunch of bags of chips and melted cheese and meat and whatever, you know. So we're gonna make a big old table full of nachos, and then the tortilla thing, and then we have a shit ton of leftover margarita mix from the golf tournament because we bought a lot.
That sounds.
Yeah. Oh, we got explosion.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned because we are going to film that next weekend. But like I said, these guys are all coming to my house on Sunday, and it's the night for our wives, and we've tried to record on one of those nights, and it did not go over well.
Oh, maybe we'll just post like a reel or something of us doing that tortilla challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, and then hopefully we'll have an episode out like later on in the week next week. So our next episode will be a little delayed again. Bear with us. We all got a lot of stuff going on. Which brings me to my next topic. As I was going to go down the line and ask you guys what you got going on this week.
Oh man, oh dude.
I gotta look at my calendar.
A lot, dude. I'm getting bombarded right now. I went and looked at 3 jobs this weekend. I finished up a job right here in town. Like I said, I cut down that damn tree this weekend. But this up and coming week, 2 things. I'm gonna make sure that my boat is all good. I posted some stuff. Finally got my boat back out on the water, and I took it back out. The mechanic had to do some fine touches, but probably tomorrow I'm going to take it back out and just make sure that it's good to go for the summer. But other than that, I have a bunch of work going on, so it's good. It's good. I like it. Summer is always just, as you know, just busy, dude. Just it seems like it's nonstop work, which is good. I that's what I want,
Well, and what do you got going on outside of work? You got a lot of others. Like you got softball, right?
Yeah. Softball, dude. Our team is freaking. We're like 0-6 this year. So, dude. There's
they're not sliding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. For everyone.
No. You know what it is? We all paid for jerseys at the beginning of the year, and we
now
still
you feel
have
the pressure.
We still haven't got them.
Oh.
So I think it's like bad juju. Like there's been like 4 or 5 games where we're about to win and then we just can't win. It's just it's a long story. The guys, everybody has excuses and lives and this and that, but we still haven't got him yet.
Does it go through the team or does it go through the league? Like, do you pay like, hey, this is our team, and then that way all the jerseys kind of line up with everyone that plays in the league?
So you don't have to have jerseys.
Got it.
So the jerseys are pure
team. Got it.
Yeah. So you don't have to be sponsored. You don't have to have jerseys. You don't have to literally. You could just show up
sponsored?
Yeah.
Local teams?
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Well, dude, I was sponsored. We were sponsored by the local brewery, Four Legs Brewery.
Nice.
And for the last 3 years.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But we that team got canceled and we kind of moved on. Honestly, because we got in a fight and we couldn't go back. But anyways, that's a different story. So now it's just like bad juju. I guess we just haven't won a game. I honestly think because of the jerseys. But anyways, softball. Got my boat back up and running. The kids are great. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, man. I mean just grinding, I guess. Day in and day out, just trying to stay alive, I guess.
What about you, Luke?
I think I mentioned at the beginning I'm changing back to my original job, so I got that going on. So it'll be a fun week of going back to that. But I've been working on something on the side, and I'm having to go back to school, I guess, for it. So I am gonna try to catch up on some of the schooling that I have going on and stuff. So that news will come in a couple of weeks, I'm sure, or maybe with how busy our April and May is and stuff, maybe June, maybe June. Yeah, May is busy as crap. So
we see each other in May almost every
weekend. Yeah.
No, we do see each other every weekend.
Yeah. It's not May. It's for sure.
We have one weekend off this May for the first time in years, because we're celebrating Austin, your daughter's birthday, while we're camping.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So usually we have Peyton's is like the first weekend, and then we do Sienna's either the following weekend or the one after that, and then camping. So it's usually like every weekend in May we see each other, but we have 1 weekend off this year.
Nice. All right. Well,
but
so
yeah, May is busy for us.
Yeah, so I got that, and then nothing else that I can think of off the top of my head for.
How's the dog run?
Hasn't been touched. I've been.
Did you see the fences and shit I sent you?
Yeah.
Like the dog,
those would be cool because I could just, set those up and be done kind of thing. I already have fencing, and I was just going to build my own. Like, I have the poles and the fencing and everything like that, the chain link. I just have to set it and put it in.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing to it but to do it, brother.
Yeah. So, my problem is
with all the time you got.
Yeah, it's just the extra time, like, on Friday, this past Friday and Saturday, I was watching my daughters on Friday from, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, Bree was gone. And so I was watching them from 7:30 till 5 p.m. again. So it's like, cool, there goes my whole entire, weekend from work kind of thing, which is no big deal. I'm hanging out with my daughters. It's cool. But, haven't touched the barbecue, haven't touched the dog run. And then today, Bree wanted to build some cabinets, so I'm building IKEA furniture as soon as I wake up. Didn't eat, went to lunch with my family.
Whoa.
Assembling.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry. I assembled IKEA a cabinet and then went to lunch, came back.
Cabinets.
Yeah.
Luke assembled cabinets.
Yeah. Dude, I saw that your wife went and did that handgun training, dude. That was badass. That's so cool. Good for her, man.
Yeah, I've only been telling her to do that forever, but she went. She had a good time.
It only took this book to
there's book club.
Light a fire under her ass.
Yeah. So she had fun.
No, that's awesome, bro.
It was a super introductory course from what I gathered. They said to bring
somewhere.
Yeah, they said to bring 100 rounds of ammo, and they shot 40 rounds in 8 hours. It's like,
wow.
Okay.
But has she ever shot 40 rounds in a day?
That's true.
I think the one other time she went shooting, yes, she probably did that day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she had fun. Mags.
Yeah. So yeah, she wants to go again. It sounds like, which is cool. So I'm like, all right,
yeah, hell yeah,
I'm down.
Right on.
So, that was cool. And then today,
it makes me want to like go out and like shoot more. Like, dude, I don't even remember the last time I shot my my handgun. You know what I mean?
I've been jonesing to go. I want to go so bad.
I haven't shot in over a year.
So I want to go turkey hunting, Alex. I don't know if you have any good spots to go turkey hunting, but I really want to go turkey hunting this year. Last year I went or not last year, like 2 years ago. And it's just, we didn't shoot any turkey, but it's just fun. I like going.
Is spring turkey over?
I don't, off the top of my head, I'm not too sure.
So you're talking fall turkey in November.
Yes. That's funny you said that. When I took my boat out the other day, 2 big ass turkeys flew over us on the Delta. It was crazy, dude. It's weird seeing turkeys fly airborne. Yeah, dude. It's weird. Like I've seen them like fly, but not they were over us. It was crazy.
Yeah. No,
Wild
I've seen him in a
turkey.
couple of spots.
Wild turkey, November 11th through December 10th, March 30th through May 4th or May 5th.
So that spring season's still going.
Still going
Nice.
for another couple weeks. Yeah, one bearded.
I could have popped a couple rounds in those turkeys.
You could have.
One bearded. It
Well,
says. So.
Yeah. So, my buddy's got a couple spots. I got one spot is hit and miss. I've seen him there, but never can get close enough to actually get one. They always just take off.
Turkeys are tough. Yeah.
So, but my buddy got one. His dad got one. He's got a couple spots. I can hit him up if you want to try to go in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Before this one's
Dude,
over.
I'll send Luke a picture of my buddy Daniel up in Reading. His family has some land up there. Dude, he shot a fat turkey. Dude,
Yeah.
Huge. Like probably one in a lifetime turkeys. I'll send it so you can put it in post. He's a big dude, and this turkey looks it's like the same size as him. So it's it was a good shot.
Because he's as tall as me. So.
Oh yeah, he's as tall as you.
Yeah.
Dude, his hands are like the size of a basketball, and he's like holding this turkey, and you can't tell that his hands are big. So right off the get, I knew that was a big turkey.
That's a huge turkey.
Yeah. But
let me ask. I got a lot of guys out here that have spots. I don't usually go, but I'll see what I can do. I
heard they're not as good. Like they're pretty gamey. I heard.
Gamey, lean, not really fat. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a buddy who's got him in his driveway in Citrus Heights and says, "Bring your bow." I mean, you want a turkey? I can get you a turkey.
Yeah. I like the hunt.
Yeah.
So, wild turkey archery only is May 6th through May 19th. So, you can
shoot archery during normal season too.
Correct. Yeah. So there's general is March 30th through May 5th. Archery only is May 6th through May 19th. So you can't use a gun in that situation during that time.
Got it.
The last couple of weeks, and then additional junior. So the same time as archery only, juniors can use guns.
Yeah.
According to this,
junior hunts are always the best times of year. Junior hunts are right after duck season ends and the ducks actually get here. And they're like, okay, we'll let all the juniors go out and hunt. It's like under 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Alex is like, I'm taking my kids out.
For real. I'm like, I got 3, which means 3 times the limit, right?
Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
You can't shoot. I can't shoot. They have to. They have to take. I can't even bring a gun.
What if I aim for them?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. Our young daughter shooting a shotgun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to hunt with you guys this year.
Yeah. I got my hunting license last year and I was like ready to go. And I have a rifle now that I can take out as well for bigger game.
You gotta take one of those fine ass shotguns you have out, bro.
Yeah.
Those things will never leave the suitcase.
Yeah, they're clean.
Do you have a shotgun you can hunt with, or is all yours home defense?
I have a self-defense one, and then I have some nicer ones that I
dude. He's got a couple of. I don't know if you've ever seen him, Alex. Those dude. He's got some.
I'll show you.
Nice shotguns, dude. They're badass.
Yeah,
they're all like gold and plated.
In all fairness, they're my father-in-law's, but yes, yeah.
But yeah.
But
right on.
Yeah, and then but I do have some World War. I think it's a World War. Yeah, I think it's a World War II shotgun that my grandpa had that has been passed down to me. So I have some older rifles too from World War II, and I'm not 100% certain. Someone would probably correct me on this, but I think they might be bring back guns from Europe.
Oh, hell
which are worth a little bit of money.
Yeah, they're expensive.
You got a 7.62?
I don't know. I
That's
haven't looked
the World War
into
II
them a
one.
lot.
We have a World War II 7.62.
Yeah, it's got prints on them. Like it's got prints. It's got stamps on them that would be offensive today. So
like the 7 mil that I bought. that had the Southern Comfort logo. We'll just call it the Southern Comfort logo.
Yeah, the European version.
I saw. So I live in Brentwood. It's still pretty redneck, I guess. I seen a Charger today, bright orange, 01 on the side, General Lee Confederate flag on the top. And this thing was just screaming down Balfour Road.
Nice.
I'm like, this guy's an animal. Oh my gosh, dude!
Screaming
so
through because he's not trying to stop.
No, dude, and nobody's gonna pull him over. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I have my hunting license, so I definitely want to. I want to go. I've never been hunting before.
Well, if we don't do turkey, I got a dove spot. We can go shoot some doves in September.
Cool.
Yes, my daughter's been telling me she wants to go fishing. So we went to Bass Pro today. I bought Austin his first fishing pole. And I bought Sienna another fishing pole. I know, I'm sorry. And
What?
And and Sienna's like, I want to go fishing. I want to go hunting. Like, dude, she's like all game for it. So I'm like, all right, let's do it.
I haven't taken
old's
my
Luke?
daughter. She's 2.5.
How old? So she'll be 3 this year.
No, she'll be 2.5, almost 3.
When will she be 3?
August
of this year.
Yes.
So she'll be 3 this year.
Are you? I have to. That is what you said.
This year.
I have to explain. Are you talking? I thought you meant for camping. She will not be 3 at camping, but she turns 3 this year. Yes,
this year. Yes,
I was thinking camping, and I was like, no, she'll be 2.5 at camping. Is what my brain was in camping.
I bought. I think it was Sienna's 3rd birthday.
No, second.
Yeah.
Second.
It was her second. I'm sorry.
You already got Amelia. She already has the fishing pole. You already bought it for her.
I did.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, I kept the tradition alive with those ones, but I guess AJ gets left out. Thanks, Austin.
Dude.
He's not
Sienna wanted a new fishing pole. I don't know why.
You have to.
And
you got to get him the pink one though, Alex.
Yeah.
No, I was finally gonna get to buy a boy.
Yeah.
I bought all my kids theirs when they were 2. I bought your kids theirs when they were 2, and I'm like, finally, I get to buy one for a boy.
You'd be proud though. It's the same exact one, just not pink. It's camo, not it's like snow camo, not green camo.
White and blue.
Yes. Yeah. It's yeah.
I already know. I was ready. Didn't remember I already bought one for Luke's kid, but I was ready.
I got a gift card to Bass Pro last year for my birthday. And how does this figure? We go to Bass Pro, and I spend the gift card on Sienna's fishing pole, AJ's fishing pole. I got a hat for AJ, and I got everybody just like treats and everything. I didn't get a single thing for myself. That's just how it works, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I got a busy week. Last week sucked. Peyton had her surgery, so she's.
Dude, I'm so glad that went well. Oh man, we were praying for you, man.
It was a rough night. The first night when she came down off all the meds, ended up throwing up in the middle of the night, so that was hard. And then she just was kind of clingy, kind of moody, weird appetite, not wanting to eat much. But
because she had to go on anesthesia, right? She had to be put out.
So yes, anesthesia was happening either way. With an initial surgery plan, it was supposed to be like 10 minutes, like just the anesthesia gas mask thing. Put her under for a couple minutes, put the ear tubes in. She wakes up, we're good to go. They ended up removing her adenoids, which is in her airway. Okay. Yeah, so that's in her airway, in her nasal cavity. So they had to put a breathing tube down there. So she's had a sore throat just from putting the tube down there. But she woke up. Obviously, everything's good. She's back to her normal self 4 days later, which is hard because we have to keep her calm because they don't want her to start bleeding and And you guys know my kid trying to keep her freaking calm.
How quickly?
Bull in a china shop.
What's that?
So it sounds like, what's the full recovery time? Let me ask that first.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. when will the doctors or you guys or Peyton be able to say, like, oh yeah, it's different, or hey, this did something, this is helping?
So we can, with the ear tubes, we can already tell.
Really?
Yes,
That's
things
awesome.
are really loud for her now. Her speech is already clearing up.
Wow.
She can hear us more. I'm like, we're being acknowledged more. So I literally before was like, she's just a stubborn ass and doesn't want to listen to what we're saying. I don't think she could hear.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That quickly.
Yep.
That's awesome.
We've noticed a difference. She goes in after 1 month for another hearing test, so we'll get like the legit number difference of like how much it changed. The adenoids, like right now, she sounds like she's still congested, but that's just because it's still swollen from the surgery. Yeah. So as far as that goes, after the 2-week recovery, we should start noticing a difference in her breathing and her sleeping because that we haven't done a sleep test yet, but her doctor's pretty sure she has sleep apnea because of them.
Yeah.
So with them gone now, so they were, she's been on a steroid inhaler, 4 puffs in the morning, 4 puffs at night. So 8 puffs of a steroid inhaler, plus a steroid nasal spray, plus Zyrtec, which has a steroid in it, every day for the last 2 months. So she's been a little roid ragey, but it brought her adenoids down to 30% blockage. So they're assuming before all the medication, she was probably like 50 or 60%, meaning they were blocking 50 to 60% of her airway through her nose. So
maybe I need
that's
to get
why
mine
she
removed.
You'd be surprised. Like the guy was like, he goes, yeah, I mean, they were definitely swollen, a lot less probably from the medication. He's like, but the surgeon said, like, I do kids with like 90% blockage all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So he's like, so they weren't horrible, but they were probably worse before putting her on all these meds. And the reason we decided to go through with it was, again, like, I don't want my kid to be on roids forever.
Yeah.
I know it's like a medicinal version. It's not the same thing, but it's still freaking steroids.
Yeah.
Do they enter for the surgery? Did they just go through the nose, or how do they get to the point, or for her the ears, or like I don't even know how they get to adenoids to remove them.
I'm pretty sure they go. Pretty sure they go through the nose, but it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
Ears, nose, and throat. So they go through the nose, and it kind of goes back down towards her. So if you look at like a side profile diagram of like where people's tonsils are, like the adenoids are like directly above that. So you have like your tonsils right in the back of like your throat, and then you have like your passage between your nose and your throat, like that area where it connects. And then above that is the adenoid. So in line with the tonsils, but from her nose instead of her throat.
I'm learning so much. This is like a TED Talk.
Yeah, right.
But dude, I'm glad that she's. I'm glad that she's good, man. The reason I asked about the anesthesia, I remember when I did my surgery, and I'm sure it's probably the same for hers. Like the next couple of days, dude, you're just not all there. Like when you get knocked out like that, it's just like you're not really like yourself. So that makes sense.
She'd wake up in the middle of the night crying, and we're like, "What's wrong?" It's like she didn't have an answer. She just was sad.
Yeah.
But so she's recovering the night of the surgery. So that evening after we got home, Kelsey said her throat started to hurt. So the next morning she woke up and it was really painful. So she went in and got to the doctors, and turns out she had strep throat. So we got a recovering baby from surgery, and then the wife at home taking care of her now has throat. So
oh my gosh.
But luckily we caught it early, so she's been on antibiotics. So she was able to help me today. The only reason I ran the booth was she was like, "Hey, I got strep throat. I don't think I can." But she's, I guess, after like 48 hours of the antibiotics, you're not contagious anymore.
Yeah.
Or less contagious. But she's like, "Yeah, I feel fine. My throat's fine. I feel
she didn't
100% better."
She didn't look sick in the pictures that you guys took.
No.
She looked. Yeah.
I thought she was fine.
So she literally told me at like 8:00 last night, like, "Hey, I'm feeling way better. I've been on my antibiotic for like 3 or 4 days now."
That sounds like Kelsey, though. Kelsey was not missing that shit for the world.
So that was rough. I had to take, I took the day off for her surgery and then went to work the next day when Kelsey found out she had strep. So I talked to my manager and was able to take Thursday off to kind of help around the house. And, knock on wood, I seem to have dodged it because I feel fine.
That's good.
Yeah, right.
Strep is terrible.
Yeah, I had it a few years ago. It sucked. But
is that because you're the senior dumper that you get that grace period, or
no,
he just likes you, or
it's because I
senior dumper.
I don't yeah. Thanks for the title. I don't really ask.
Clip it.
They know me well enough that when I'm like, hey, I need to be off this day because I got this going on at home.
Yeah.
That if they're going to say no, then I'm going to call out.
They just know.
They're like, you got issues at home. We get it. We all have families. Take care of your family. But like, if the time off calendar's full, because we have to request our vacations, like, I at least give them a heads up. Like, hey, I gotta stay home.
I'm not gonna be there. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be here. I'm asking. Yeah. I'm trying to give you a heads up, and I will use vacation. Like, that's fine. But if you're telling me that the calendar's full and you're not gonna allow that, I'm still not gonna be here.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's full, but like, thanks for letting us know. So just go ahead and request it. We'll give you the vacation day. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Dude, I am very grateful. I literally don't take days off, but I'm very grateful that I work for, my father-in-law. So if like something actually happened, I could take a whole week off or a day off or whatever.
A family emergency for you is probably also a family emergency.
Exactly. Yeah. He's not going to say no because
you're going to help his daughter.
No. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm going. You got to stay at work. You're like, she's my wife, bro.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, we've had it multiple times where Ray, calls us. He's like, hey, we have to, leave work to go do this, and it's like a family affair or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sounds good. Hey, you're paying me. You're paying me, boss. Let's go.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
dude,
so
I'm very grateful for that. But that's cool that they're cool with you, because, like, I mean, I'm sure that if you were a new guy, they probably wouldn't allow it, or maybe fire you because you weren't listening. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying, like, you're probably, the senior guy there, so they know, like, we can't afford to lose this guy,
Surprisingly, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not, like, we've got guys that have been there for 17, 24, 25 years.
My department too.
So
how old are those guys? I'm just joking.
We got guys that should have retired a couple years ago. Like,
I'm sure.
Their retirement's for 55 and they're getting in their 60s, and I'm like, why are you still here?
Their asses are sore as hell from sitting in that truck all those years, bro.
Well, and that's the thing is most of the older guys that have been there that long, they're residential, so yeah, they're sitting in the truck all day.
Oh man.
Young guns are all out on the front loader. I'm a roll-off guy, so I'm in and out, but I do get a lot of windshield time.
Yeah.
But I still have to do some physical stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
I mean, shit, and your side gig jog is that's
dude,
how's the sandpaper?
Oh yeah. See that.
Oh yeah, Austin, you weren't here. Did you? I don't know if you caught last week's episode. Did we talk about it on the episode? We did, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah,
so I patched. I told Austin this too when he sent me the picture of his hopper. I was like, I patched. So I have these like little drywall patch kits. They're like the little mesh with like the little metal piece in the middle, right?
Yep.
So I put one of those on, and it comes with like the stuff that you put on over it, and you smooth it out, and you put on a couple coats, whatever. And I didn't have a sanding pad, so I straight up remembered like the thing we watched, and I used my hand to just kind of shave it down.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
And just rough hand, freaking smoothed it out. And like I said, it's a rental, so I'm not gonna put in the time, the effort. I'm not gonna hire somebody. I'm just gonna freaking spray can, texture it, knock it down, and
I'd be like, that's been like that since we moved in.
Honestly, there's so many spots like that already here. Kelsey's like, don't even texture it. Like, they're not gonna know.
Yeah,
it matches that other spot over there that we didn't even do. I'm like, yeah, it's
Love it.
But,
Love it.
Yeah.
And then this week, getting the boat ready. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a swim deck to put on. I'm pretty much done with the tower. I had to put on a new mount. We ordered a new mount for it because the other one was messed up. Tightened everything down. Also, I don't know how often you check yours or if you do, but like I installed my tower. Yeah, I installed my tower last year, and I was like, I put this new mount on. I'm gonna check all the other ones, dude. They were loose. It like wiggles and
that's funny.
Loctite,
press
bud.
and yeah.
Want to know what I did? Want to know what I did before we went out? The first time is retightened all of the towers, everything because they were all loose.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like you don't loosen it, right? You're not loosening it. It's just rattling when you're towing it, rattling when you're boating it.
Yeah, and because yours is the one that you can take down, right? That's yours isn't permanent, is it?
You can fold it, but it's not. No, it's adjustable, but it's unless I'm loosening bolts to fold it, it does not.
So mine's foldable. So like you can completely like take the tower completely down, and so there's like 4 or 6 different spots where you have to make sure everything's tight and this and that.
Yeah.
And they were all loose. They were all loose. And my dad was like, "We can't go out like this." And I'm like wanting to go out. I'm like, "All right, let's do it really quick." And fortunately, we did it really fast. It was pretty easy. But I really want like a welded, just like a straight, everything welded completely. So nothing gets loose. It's all welded, but they're really expensive. So
yeah,
I'll just keep tightening.
mine's all bolts. It's not on any type of a hinge or anything. So if I wanted to fold it down, I got to loosen up all the bolts, and then it will pivot, but it's not designed for that.
Got it.
But I friggin' put the wire for the speakers so it wasn't zip tied like a hokey redneck. And then I got the swim platform to put on.
What's wrong with the hokey redneck?
Honestly, what's wrong is it was covered and winterized all winter long, and when I went to go do the wiring, I just freaking pulled on the zip ties and they snapped off, and I was like, shit. So I actually had to fish it through the pipe and everything, which was a pain in the ass. But that swim deck is going to be. I might need your help with that because
it's heavy
no. So my dad's going to help too. The problem is I have a very narrow gap between the fuel cell where the gas tank is and the transom.
Okay.
So I don't know if you remember, but we just had the one step on the one side.
Yeah, I remember.
There's nothing there in the back. So to unbolt that, I just lifted up the seat and I could get in there, unbolt it, no big deal. Well, this platform goes all the way across. So now we have mounts on the other side, which is where the gas tank's at. And I have a very narrow window to get my hand and a wrench down in there to hold a nut so we can tighten it up.
Got it.
My hand and arm might be a little thick to get in there.
So you're calling in the skinny guns.
I might need a skinnier hand. I mean, I could try to get Kelsey's down in there, but I don't know if she'll have the strength to hold it tight enough. But
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Can you not get like some sort of extension so you don't have to stick your hand in there? No?
But I'm talking like from where I can reach, from like where I could get to and where I need to go is probably about 3 feet and 2 or 3 feet. And then, but getting to actually see the nut, like you're going to have to feel it.
Yeah.
To actually be able to see the nut and like get a wrench on it is. So I don't even know if it's going to work. I still have to get in there and make sure we can get to it. But before I start drilling holes in the boat, like I'm doing my best to line everything up, make sure it's because that's the worst is to start drilling holes and like have one hole doesn't line up and you're like, fuck, I got 8 holes in my boat now.
My favorite thing is feeling a nut. So I'm probably your best guy to come out there and do that.
I mean, I'm sure anybody that listens to this has seen the videos of like, why is he so good with his fingers? And the guy like up under the car, like fucking feeling the nut, putting it on.
But, I love that.
But yeah,
hell yeah,
we'll have our boats all ready for camping. But
dude, I'm so excited. I feel like this year is going to be, knock on wood, is going to be a really fun year. I mean, every year is fun, but I feel like we're going to have a couple more families than last time, a couple more boats than last time. And
I'm waiting to hear back from one, but it sounds like we might have all the sites filled. So
yes, let's do it.
We have one more site than last year because I got 2 and you got 2, all right next to each other.
Yep. So we started with 1 site, 2 families, and then we got 2 sites, 4 families.
We got 3 last year.
3 sites.
We had 3 sites.
6 families.
6 families. Yep.
Now we got 4 sites, 8 families.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Yeah. 2 fire pits. 2 fire pits, maybe.
I'd like to squeeze everybody around one, but I don't know if you'll be able to actually feel the heat.
Yeah.
We might have to have them like name off a section of that campsite. Like that's our, like we have to have, like, you know, this is grind, grit, repeat, right? We have to like make a name. We have to make a name for our camping crew. So that way they could just like, nobody else can reserve this site. We're always going to do it.
We buy a site.
That's still nothing. We used to get
that whole curve, right?
Yeah, whole, both sides. Both sides.
Both
of that
sides.
Curve. Both
oh
sides.
My gosh.
I was talking to my mom, and she's like, I don't know, something. We got like 8 or 10 campsites.
We're getting 4. So double.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So
all right, hey, well, I'm down. Let's keep on going, dude.
I will say this though, we didn't always do 2 families to 1 site. So we had a couple sites that had just 1 family.
1 family, yeah.
That would make sense.
But we probably had like
but back then
10
sites were
families.
Yeah, and back then sites were like probably like $30. Now it's like $80 per site. So you know, we're trying to squeeze the dollar. You know.
What are you trying to say, Luke?
I'm cheap. Hey, a couple of those sites are huge though, so you can easily fit 2 people on them.
Well, and they have the group sites. So like down the hill from us, I'm sure you guys remember.
Yeah, we walked down
from where you go down the hill and it does like almost like a figure 8, like with the road. So that middle one down by the showers, that's technically a group site, but it's like you're literally in like an island around a road and flat ground, and I'm like,
yeah,
I guess like you can fit a whole group there, but I'm like, I like our spots. We got that big open area now that we got that 87, that other spot. So we got that nice big fire pit area where everybody can hang out. People can also be like, I'm going to go to my tent, be a little bit away from each other. We got the bathroom close for the kids. It's a one-way, so we don't got to worry about a lot of traffic with the cars.
Yep. I like the spot. From my walking around, going down to the showers, going fishing, driving around, and that sort of thing, I like the spot that we're in.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
So stay tuned, because we got a lot of shit going on in May. And again, this weekend, we're all going to slap our wives with tortillas.
And they're going to slap us.
And they're going to slap us. And my wife has already said, but you got to go easy. And I said, are you going to go easy?
And she's like, hell no.
She said, well, no. And I was like, well, then neither am I.
I'm going to get a flour tortilla to the face.
My wife hits hard as hell, so I'm kind of scared. I'm not going to lie.
We're all good, though. We got all 3 of us got a little.
Yeah, so got some padding.
Little safety padding there. They're the ones that are going to have the red marks from a tortilla.
Quick story, before me and my wife were married, before we had kids, we went on a Vegas trip with a bunch of our friends, and we were at a Lil Wayne concert at like this club. And so we're at this club, and we're all partying, this and that, and then the club kind of like shuts down, and then a concert happens. And like 20 minutes into this concert, I'm like, I'm done. I cannot stay here any longer, or else it's not going to be good. So I tell everybody I'm out of there. But Kylie is not in that group of people. And so I'm like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Bye. I leave. I get in a taxi, or this is a different story. But anyways, I go back to the hotel. Kylie is looking for me. She's calling me. My phone's dead.
I think I heard this story.
They're looking all over for me. They can't find me, this and that. The people that I told that I was leaving told her, oh yeah, I don't know where he's at, but I told them I was leaving. So they were drunk too. They didn't remember this and that. They all finally get back to the hotel, and I'm passed out, like just
Like a baby.
sleeping like a baby in the bed. Kylie gives me just it wasn't the people's elbow, but she smacked me so hard across the face. And I woke up and I was like, what? And she's like, you left me. You didn't this and that, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I had a black eye for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that.
Wasn't my wife there for that?
She might have.
Because I've heard this story.
Yes, she was there for that. Yeah, she was there for that. Yeah.
This was in Vegas, right?
Yes, yeah,
yep. I've heard the story. I didn't know you had a black eye.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, dude, for like the next probably 2, maybe 8 days, 9 days, I had a straight up black eye from her. Dang. Because she smacked the hell out of me, bro, and woke me up and everything. And I was like, what'd I do? Because I didn't think I did anything wrong. I told the people that I was leaving, and that didn't get to her, and so they're scared. They don't know where I'm at. Oh, dude.
Yeah, they thought you were in jail or like dead or got kidnapped or in a fight and arrested. They were worried.
The taxi driver was this older black lady, and she tried to molest me. Dude, this is a longer story, but
oh man.
So I get out of I get out of the club, and I'm walking back to the hotel, and she pulls up alongside of me, and she's like, "Hey, sweetie, you need a ride?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do need a ride." And so I get into her car, and because it's a taxi or an Uber or whatever, and we get to the hotel, and she's like, "You got a girlfriend, sweetie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, she's not here." And she's like, tries to start unbuckling my my pants. And I'm like, "What the hell?" And I get out of the car. I didn't even pay for it. And that was a crazy night. Crazy night.
And then he went to sleep like a baby.
And then I got smacked in the face.
Yeah, Luke, clip that for one of our shorts, will you?
Yeah, it was a crazy day. That was a crazy night.
I got some ideas.
Thank God for marriage. Thank God for marriage and for kids, because I'm glad I don't do crazy shit like that anymore.
Yeah. Well,
I'm so glad I don't date anymore.
Well,
I couldn't date.
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up, but I'll leave you with this. I've never been.
What?
Never.
I've never been either.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Never been.
Wow. Never been.
To be fair though, Luke, you went to Cabo, and Cabo is basically no rules Vegas. So
I've been to Cabo many of times.
Yeah. But damn, you guys, dude, we need to just go then. I mean, let's have a guys trip to Vegas or something.
Grind, grit, repeat to Vegas.
Wait.
Hey, next giveaway.
That sounds like trouble. Never mind. Let's not do
Can
that.
we start a GoFundMe for our page for a Vegas trip for the guys?
Yes, if you want to see us get twisted in Vegas, send us some money. No.
we'll make some fun out of it. We'll have people can get do a vote. Who's getting arrested? Who's puking in the gutter?
You know it would be really fun, and it would be on a really expensive weekend to go see a UFC event out in Vegas. That would be sick. Maybe not even actually going to it, but during a big yes,
and maybe go to where they watch,
do they probably have a
watch show,
1,000,000-foot screen that you can watch it on,
where there's people are getting nuts, because I've been to
gambling
bars.
And
I've been to bars and stuff for them, but
let's do that. Hell yeah, let's do it.
I'm in.
Down. I'm going to I might be going to Vegas though in January for SHOT Show. I might have that going, so
I don't know what SHOT Show is. What's SHOT Show?
Thanks for the invite.
Well, SHOT Show is invite only. You know that, right? You have to have a vendor. So SHOT Show. So SHOT Show is a gun show where all these gun manufacturers get together and they come and they advertise all their gun stuff. And so it's huge. It's in one of their big
it's in Vegas
centers. Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Dude, it's crazy. Vegas has It's crazy. Vegas has gun stuff like that still.
Yeah.
After that big old
I
thing.
know, right? But you have to. So
not
the
too
only
soon.
people you have to be invited. You can't just like buy a ticket and just go. Like you have to be like a vendor, or like have a booth or something along those lines, or be press or something like that. I haven't looked all into it, but my buddy is getting a booth. And so I might be able to go.
Sweet. That's sweet.
So we're invited because you were invited.
Now we have an invite.
You're invited.
We can talk about.
You're grind, grit, repeat. We're grind, grit, repeat.
We're
invited.
Yeah.
Right on.
We'll for sure talk about it at the crab feed. That'll come up for sure. So.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Cool, man. It was good getting to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Hell yeah, man.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. All of them. Yep. And then I got my controversial shirt. Controversial shirt of the night. So.
Yeah. Well, if you're still listening, thanks, because this was a really long episode.
This is a long one. Hey, they wanted them long, buddies. All right.
So,
catch y'all later.
Guys.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Cheers.